Hey Cancer, welcome to my channel. This is Earthchild Tarot. This is your September 2021 messages. Now, for those of you Cancer who have Gemini in your chart and you were looking for a weekly reading last week and I didn't post it, I'm so sorry, but you guys are about to get a weekly reading, okay? I have not forgotten about you. Don't worry. You will get a weekly reading. I'm sorry if you're looking forward to that week, but I'm still going to post a weekly reading for you guys, okay? This month. So you guys are going to get an extra reading. If you guys have Gemini in your chart or Cancer, obviously this is you, Cancer. So if you're looking for your weekly reading, you're going to get an extra reading for a certain week in the month of September, okay? All right. So let's jump right in, Cancer, to see what September 2021 has in store for you. I'm going to pull 2 oracle messages and 3 tarot cards and then clarify those cards, okay? Universe, source, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, gods and goddesses, earth spirits, and earth angels, please come before us to speak to the sign of Cancer. The sign of Cancer for September 2021. September 2021 for the sign of Cancer. All signs of Cancer. September 2021 for the sign of Cancer in September 2021. All zodiac signs of Cancer. All signs of Cancer for September 2021. September 2021 for the sign of Cancer. Universe source. Cancer, September. Now we have Sun in Gemini. Sun in Gemini. It says communications. Hone your negotiation and relationship skills. Some of y'all need to stop being scared to communicate, Cancer. Some of you guys need to learn how to communicate and negotiate with people. Don't be afraid to negotiate. Don't be afraid to effectively communicate with others. There's something about fear there. Being afraid to really just speak. Some of you guys speak out of emotion instead of just speaking. Because Gemini is all about just communication. There's no emotion attached to it. It's just clear communication. No attachment to emotions, right? Speaking clearly without fear. Some of you guys have Gemini in your chart. You need to get in touch with that part of yourself, okay? Others of you are dealing with a Gemini, but some of you guys may end up getting, wanting to get into a career where you need to communicate effectively. Okay, it's going to help you with that. Some of you guys may get into telecommunication. I don't know. That's very interesting. Learn to communicate effectively and clearly. Without fear, without feeling like, oh, I'm going to hurt that person's feelings if I say this. Like, no, if you speak clearly and you speak, confidently, doesn't matter. And if that person wants to get mad at you because you're speaking or they feel intimidated by you, so, like, it doesn't matter. But if you have a tendency to speak out of emotions, when you're angry, do you speak bluntly and clearly, might want to change that, allow your emotions to guide your tongue, right? Allow intuition, clear mental thinking, like clear mentality, a clear perspective, knowing what you want, understanding who you're talking to and whether they are actually listening or not, enunciate, make sure they understand what you are saying and there's no question about what's being spoken about. Okay, Cancer. Let's pull another oracle message, universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides for the sign of Cancer for September 2021. What messages do you have for the sign of Cancer for September 2021? For the sign of Cancer, September 2021 for the sign of Cancer. Sign of Cancer, September 2021. Yeah, we got water. Look at that. You're water, Cancer. Work with the element of water for healing and purification. So Cancer, water represents emotions. Just a lot of emotional flow, right? But it's now time to get into the habit of the mental factor, the mind. Thinking clearly, not emotional, not with your emotions. Okay? Not with your emotions. Use your emotions to heal. Right? Don't use them to project. Use them to heal. Learn of what you need to heal from and use your element, the element of water. Some of you guys need to start taking healing baths, like actual baths. Some of you guys can do shower rituals. Others of you need to go swimming, or you need to spend time at the beach. If you can't swim, don't worry about that. You can just go sit down by a beach or at the beach. You can sit near a body of water. You can, sit near a fountain, right? Some of you guys need to drink more water. Okay. You need to clear your throat. Your throat chakra definitely needs work here, Cancer. It really does. Work on your throat chakra. What is it that you want to say to someone or to other people? What is it that you want to be able to communicate to people or to someone, right? And why are you having a hard time saying it? Or why are you having a hard time speaking that truth clearly to where there's no question in that person's mind about what you're trying to say, right? All right. Let's pull some tarot, Cancer. Universe, source, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides. This is for the sign of Cancer. This is for the sign of Cancer for their September 2021 messages. The sign of Cancer for their September 2021 messages for the sign of Cancer, universe source. For the sign of Cancer for their September 2021 messages. For the sign of Cancer, September 2021. For the sign of Cancer. Wow, you, Pisces, and Scorpio keep getting the Queen of Cups here. What is best for you? What makes you happy? Is there someone who's making you unhappy, and are you afraid to actually tell them that? What in your past has made you feel traumatized or scared or hurt that you don't want to talk about? Are you being too apologetic in how you communicate with others? Okay. Okay. There is some there's some bullshit that needs to be cut out, Cancer, in regards to a relationship, a job, or in how you communicate, because there could be someone who is just feeding you a bunch of bullshit instead of just speaking the truth. Some of you guys are dealing with a Libra, a Scorpio, or a Taurus, okay? Or you have this in your chart. Some of you guys actually want something. You want to achieve something, but it's going to take you actually facing the facts. Stop giving into your emotions. Stop giving into sensitivities with the Justice card, and just put your fears to rest. Put it to death. Some of you guys may really freak out when things don't go your way, or when certain bad things happen and you just feel like, oh, the world is ending. It's not. There are certain things that cannot exist on your journey towards success because it's not bringing value to you. It's not going to help you achieve your goals. But some of you guys are dealing with a very stubborn person, a very stubborn individual. Others of you guys are just stubborn. And the universe has to step in, or someone has to step in to make you listen, right? With Justice and the Death card here, there's no mistake. You know what these energies mean. You know exactly what these energies mean. If there's a relationship where you need to be clear about something to someone and let them know this is not going to fly. And this person may feel like, oh, you're hurting me. You're not being nice to me. You say what you mean, and you mean what you say. If that person want to throw a tantrum or cry about it or make you feel like you're the one to blame, no. If you see that something needs to be changed, Cancer, you see that something needs to be improved, say so. Say so. Please. Because there's something that you want. You're not being nurtured here. You're not being heard. You want your cup to be filled. You got to move on. Somebody needs to move on from something, right? Because there's someone here who wants you to have mercy. You have mercy on people too much. You see how these two people are, standing before this Justice energy, and they're both like, one's poor, one is not. Justice doesn't care. It doesn't care if you're a king or a queen. It doesn't care if you're poor or if you're rich. It doesn't care. You need to stop looking at appearances, Cancer, because I feel like there are those of you that look at appearances, and that's how you determine on how you should communicate with somebody by how they look. No. Others of you may judge people by how they look, and you may feel like, oh, they don't really know what they're doing, or they don't know anything about this, but they might. How are you going to know if you don't speak clearly about it or ask questions? Stop catering to people's emotions. When you go before a judge, it doesn't matter if you're a celebrity, it doesn't matter if you're royalty, it doesn't matter if you're not, and you're just an average, normal human being going to work, paying bills. If you stand before a judge and you've done something against the law, you're not above the law, right? So the universal law, none of us are above universal law. Our gods and goddesses, our deities are not above them. Angels are not above the law. They uphold the law of the universe, the universal construct of things. They keep it, they keep holding it together. So if there's someone in your life that feels like they are above rules and respect, and they don't need to respect you, no, you better nip that in the bud immediately, Cancer, because this person is walking all over you. They will try to walk all over you, and if you don't say something and you don't show them, like, no, you don't get to do that to me, you don't get to talk to me like that, or you don't get to, you gotta let them know. You can't just sit there and just be like, oh, well, they're having a bad day, so they just kind of snapped on me, or they're just, you know, they're just having a hard time in life. No, nobody has an excuse to disrespect you, Cancer. Nobody has the right to disrespect anybody. We're all in the same boat. We're all human beings. We're all living beings on one planet. Like, we all should respect one another. Right? Some of you guys are dealing with a Scorpio, a Taurus, or a Libra. All right. Let's see Cancer. Clarify these cards. Clarify these cards for the sign of Cancer. Please clarify these cards for the sign of Cancer. Clarify these cards for the sign of Cancer, Universe Source. Clarify this. Oops. Clarify these cards for the sign of Cancer for September 2021. Clarify these cards for the sign of Cancer, Universe Source. Clarify these cards. Clarify these cards for the sign of Cancer. Yep, King of Swords. Okay, now this can mean a lot of things. Now, this can mean that there is someone who is not, they don't care about how you feel. They just do what they want. Okay? But if this is, you need to turn into this Cancer where you, this is Aquarius energy, but this is still air energy. You need to be very clear. This King's sword is in the ground. He's already spoken. He's already said what he needed to say. He sent out his message. And he's not afraid of the answer to his message, right? He said what he said. Say what you need to say. And if somebody wants to come back and be condescending or say that you're hurting them or you're being inconsiderate, so I said what I said. It's done. I'm not going to take it back, right? Yep, you got the Fool card. You need to take that leap of faith and bring justice to the situation. You need to bring balance to the situation. You need to just accept the truth about what's going on. Okay? It may seem scary, but with the Fool card here, it may seem scary, but it's going to be worth it when you speak your truth. You're going to feel like a heavy weight lifted off of your chest. Then we have the Temperance card here. Clarifying the Death card. You and another person, if you speak your truth, you guys very well may reconcile after that. After you say what you need to say, they just might come back to you and, you know, feel like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have did that. But I feel like for others of you, you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, but spread your wings, Cancer. Balance needs to be brought to the situation. Deal with it in love and clarity, but there's going to be no more waiting on and thinking about, well, how am I going to talk to this person? No, just say it. Just say it. They may be shocked. They may feel like you're scolding them, but if you want respect, Cancer, you need to just start speaking the truth. Sorry, guys, my stomach is making noises. Yep, we got the Hierophant, Taurus energy, clarifying the King of Pentacles. Okay. Taurus on top of Taurus energy. So some of you guys are dealing with a Taurus who's very stubborn. They're probably stubborn because they feel they're older than you. Okay. Others of you, you have Taurus in your chart and you're being guided by the universe or your creator to speak your truth. To go after what you want. Because if you speak your truth, you're going to feel more secure within yourself, right? Because look at this. You have Justice and the Hierophant. They both look alike in this deck, right? These two people sitting before Justice may end up being the two people who sit before the Hierophant, having learned their lesson, having accepted the truth, right? Clean up, like, I don't want to sound mean, but clean up your act, Cancer, when it comes to communication, because if you are not speaking clearly and, you know, and you're not speaking truthfully, you know, if you're not clear in how you communicate and how you live your life, you're just going to be confused and you're going to manifest relationships that make you feel confused. You don't want that. Do you want that for the rest of your life? I don't think you do. Nobody in their right mind wants that, right? Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Sometimes actions are important, but sometimes words, they need to be said. Then you act on those words, right? Okay. Much love and light to all of you, Cancer. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Take care, Cancer. Bye.